Hello, this is the Black White Soul, and this is a transformation guide for Evolutionary 2-pack Now and Then Bumblebee. As you can see, we get a very nice version of Bumblebee from Transformers 4 Age of Extinction in his sort of brand new Camaro mode. And then we get a more sort of classic inspired, he's not a Volkswagen Beetle, but he's a nice little tiny guy for a G1 Bumblebee. Let's start off with this little guy. He's a nice yellow little squat car. Again, it's a very nice sort of modern version. Of course, he's got a giant gun sticking on top of his car. Unnecessary, but cool. And yeah, there he is. A little drivable. This is actually quite nice with the Metroplex figure, which can then become a playset. These scale in, because this is actually Legends Commander class Bumblebee, which on its own, this is a 10 quid figure. So this is a fantastic free bonus to get with a deluxe class. Now, this is a lot more advanced than what you got with Slug and Strafe. Even though there's a little swoop. Because this is a Commander class, not a Minicon. This is actually a decent figure in its own right. Just pull out the sides, break apart that canopy, and then his body will just slot down back together. Click it, bend the toes forward, split the legs. The arms are quite cool. Bend that panel, and then it's going to swing around, and again until it clicks. Swing round. And there he is. And yeah, he is just a really nice, see if we can see that head sculpt. Yeah, really nice G1 inspired head. And he looks very, very close to the G1 cartoon. I'm glad they gave him a gun. Like, I hate it when they don't come with a weapon, it seems weird. But yeah, this is a big gun, but his joints are actually strong enough to hold this thing. Ooh. Even if he might take him off balance a bit. But yeah, the gun's actually quite nice. It's a nice little detailed thing. Got this switch up here, you pull, and then it extends into an even bigger gun. Doesn't lock in place, but it's nice to have a little machine gun, and just a giant barreled gun. Yeah, it's a nice little bonus for him. Yeah, fantastic little figure, and the fact that this guy, you can buy him in a 2-pack where he comes with a Minicon helicopter gun for 10 quid, and this is coming free with the deluxe figure. This is a fantastic value. Then to get him back into vehicle mode, pop the legs together, fold down the toes, fold the hand around, and flip that panel out. Hand in, panel out. Again, pop up the chest, straighten out those arms, and just the body will just, those legs are just going to push up in there until it clips into place, and then push the arms again until they line up. It's got lots of little tabs to do. Again, not complicated transformer, but a fantastic little guy. Yeah. And now onto the deluxe class, and you can see he's a much darker orange than he is like the yellow Bumblebee. But yeah, really nice. Again, I'd really like these to be painted. The rims in there, they just make it look a bit better. But yeah, you can see the robots hanging out on the bottom. For my one, I actually did get a little bit of like smeared paint apps. But I don't think that's the general thing. I think that's probably just my version. But yeah, all round he's a nice car, and I'm very glad he's got a back window. Some Transformers seem to be missing that lately. Now let's get him transformed. Again, as with pretty much every car ever, start with the doors, popping them out. Now, it can be quite tough getting these to split out. I'd say just keep pushing the arm out and just wiggle it, and it'll eventually slide out. There we go. See, these shoulder bits actually move around. And now this is quite an interesting thing. See in there, his shoulders drop down, pull out his chest, and then this whole section is actually going to fold down, and that's going to lock his arms into place, and his chest will shut up about that front bit, up around that front bit. Actually looks quite nice. So fold the shoulders down, quite like these shoulders here, and on the arms, can fold the doors round. Pop off his weapons, which are these two little shurikens, and you're going to pull the bonnet up, boot even, and then once that's up you can fold this whole back section up there. It's going to collapse quite well. Legs are quite interesting. Going to fold the whole leg round, spin the bumper, spin the bumper. They're just in the ball joint, but they spin quite nice. Straighten out the leg, squash this little heel bit back, and the other side, pull around the leg, squash it down, and you can stick the leg out to the side and rotate it round. Then these wheels will collapse onto the back of the leg, out to the side, rotate it round, collapse it onto the back of the leg. And there he is. And yeah, he is a really nice little figure. Let's see his head sculpt there. Bumblebee always has such amazing eyes. He's got a little bit of a backpack sticking out there, but it compresses quite nicely. But yeah, really nice movement, and even got slight ratcheted legs there, so they're not going to wear out and go floppy. But yeah, like all this moulding is fantastic. I think this is probably one of the most detailed bumblebees, and for it actually being a fairly simple transformation. Now his weapons are a bit strange. I remember him having these, but I don't remember him actually doing much with them in the film. And just popping his hands. Yeah, it's a bit strange holding shurikens like that, so they can be sliced and thrown. But there's a port on either side of here, and I think they just look fine hanging out on the back. They just make the backpack look a little bit cooler, and that's pretty much what they did in the movie. They just hung out as like converted wheels, I suppose. But he does have a fantastic gimmick, which I think more Transformers should have, where you can just flip down his arm and it transforms into a gun. You can sort of see his hand there, but it's not too super obvious. But yeah, I really like it when they have weapons that are installed in them. Shame it doesn't do it on this side as well. But yeah, it's a fantastic gimmick, and that's what Bumblebee's known for, is a little handgun. Then another little gimmick he has is going to be a battle mask. This is a bit tricky to do, but that black bit in the middle is his actual head. This orange and black bit just slides down a bit just to cover his eyes. That's Bumblebee's battle mask. Probably not as good as they've had in previous ones, but it's there, it's a gimmick. But I just love those Bumblebee eyes. As for transforming him back, let's pop off his shurikens from his shoulders, or backpack. Now let's get back to business. So, fold up these little bits from the feet, push these back out to the side, and can we actually do this by swiveling? Yeah, we can just swivel at this thigh swivel up here. We don't need to flip the whole leg every time. And which way do you want to go? Okay, push the toes down, and then use the knee joint. Let's get the arm out of the way. Use the knee joint to bend it down, and it's going to click in place. Once that's there, you can fold round this bumper. It's going to sit there. Again, extend the toe out. Make sure this bit's pushed out from the side of the leg, and bend at the knee joint. Up we go. Flip round the bumper, and they can clip together, I think. No, they can't clip together. I have messed up. Oh no, they do clip together. And then you just pull back this back section, squash down the roof, squash down the back. Make sure these panels fit in front. They have a tendency to... Oh, come on camera. These clips have a tendency to fall behind there, so just pop these forward, make sure it squashes down neatly. Pop open the chest, and you can slide the front of the car up, close the chest back up, straighten these shoulder pieces, straighten the arms, well, flip around the gun if you haven't already, flip up the window, straighten the arm, flip out the window. And it's just a case of just wiggling those until they match up with the front. There he is. Now these weapons are quite specific where they store. You can see there's sort of a hole and there's a big hole in the middle with two little holes either side. This has got a post with two little holes. So get it so the star's pointing up towards his head, and those posts are lower, and just on it goes. Same with this one, but this time you want 2 points going up. Oh no, do we? We do, but we want it that way around. And again, that post just slots in the middle. It's a bit tighter than the first hole, and squeezes in. Then he's got storage. And there he is. Do I recommend these figures? Yes, I do. This is probably the best valued 2-pack of the now and then variety. As this is say, you can buy him for 10 quid on his own, or he comes free with a 14 quid deluxe. Really good value for money. Both of them really nice little figures, and of course, for you non-collectors, it's a bumblebee. Your kids want bumblebees. Regardless of what I say, this is probably one that will get picked up anyway. But yeah, really nice figure. Go get it. I bought these from Toys R Us. And until next time, feel free to drop me a message, ask me to review figures that are currently coming out, if I've got them, of course. And if you've got any questions, just let me know. Until next time, TTFN.